Welcome to Solve This Murder. I'm your detective, Bill.
And I'm your crime scene criminal and witnesses, Dani. We're on part 3 of The Rope and the Rich Kids.
In part 2, Councillor Trenton revealed that he was out on a leisure walk at the presumed time of death.
Councillor Maggie shirked her duties by not doing the night inspections on the night of the murder after Vicky got her in trouble with Harriet the owner.
And we discovered that the children took advantage of Maggie's absence by throwing a party that night. Okay, so it seems like Maggie thinks that Victoria's a bit of a butt.
Seems a popular opinion.
Both of these councillors are terrible, right? Because they've like, literally, I talked to the 2 people in charge of looking after the children on the night that there was a terrible murder, and they're both like, oh yeah, I was nowhere, I just wasn't even paying attention. I was doing my own thing, having fun, just being a person. What were you expecting to look after kids? Although I suppose if they had been looking after kids, maybe there wouldn't have been a murder. It's not like, I can't believe on this night of all nights, the one with the murder is the night that you weren't paying attention. I think maybe the 2 are linked. Is that a fair assumption?
That's quite fair.
What the heck was bloody Henrietteson? That's her name, right? What was her name? Harriet Hoskins. What was Harriet Hoskins doing? My gosh. I could find out, but I probably won't. I'm thinking it's probably time to deal with these teens. So I'm still looking at this from the idea of ideally trying to get a better idea of what happened that evening, right? It's ended up being a collection of like alibis and who was where and what. But what I really still want to know is what the heck happened. All I know is a girl died. And so I think my first port of call, like obviously I got to talk to all these teens about who could have done a murder.
Mm-hmm.
For all I know, it was bloody Maggie, right? I don't know. But I think the first person to talk to, the person who was most likely to have been affected by this and know what was going on, is Isabella. Is that her name?
Yeah, the roommate.
Isabella, the roommate. So I should chat with Isabella.
All right.
So I put on my little little chatting hat, which is a little mini. It's like a little top hat. It's got a badge on it that says "I'm here to talk." And where was she? Is she in the main hall for?
Yeah, all the kids have just been confined to the lunch hall for now.
They've been collected up.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to the lunch hall, and I'm going to go up to. I suppose I'll go up to Isabella. I'm assuming I probably know I've had a list of the students given to me. I can pick her out, or I can just be like, "Hey, which one's Isabella?" I'm sure it's
Yeah,
not
just
hard.
yell her name.
Yeah,
That'll work.
I'll walk into the room and be like, "Isabella,"
And the others go, ooh, and then they realize how horribly inappropriate that is right
they all
now.
feel terrible. That's how you do. You start an investigation by making everyone feel bad about themselves. Yep. So I'll bring Isabella aside.
All right.
Where's a good place to conduct interviews? In a little gazebo that I've set up outside.
Gotcha.
My interview gazebo.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I set up an interview gazebo in the last one as well. For Slain Singer.
Really?
Either way, I've got
Really?
I have an interview gazebo and I invite Isabella in.
All right, sure. So Isabella, she's roughly 16. She's wearing a t-shirt with the band The Weeknd on it.
Oh, now it's my turn to be like, I don't know anything about The Weeknd. Although I do know that there's no third E, right?
Yes.
There's no third E
Correct.
in The Weeknd. What's
Wait,
a song
no
about...
fourth E if you've got the word the.
Oh, that's true. There's no fourth E
Yeah.
in The Weeknd. What's a song by The Weeknd? It doesn't matter. It really is not relevant to this murder investigation. Unless you know a song by The Weeknd.
Isabella just sits down and goes, you don't know any songs by The Weeknd? They're like the most popular people right now. I know all of their songs. All of the words to their songs. I know all of the members' however many there are's birthdays. I can't believe you don't know any of this.
I say...
How are you planning on building a rapport with us?
I say, oh, The Weeknd. That's like a young person's Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, right?
Oh my God.
Okay, now Isabella, you must be feeling pretty shocked by this whole thing.
I mean, yeah, definitely. It's wild, right?
I hate to try and bring up some bad memories,
Yeah,
but obviously
it's
you were
all-
Victoria's roommate, Vicky's roommate. Can you tell me what happened the night of her murder?
Oh man, it was really sad and everything. So we were all. She looks over, trying to make sure that none of the other adults are around. Look, we were all just, having a bit of a mini party.
Ah, the parties.
And look, I left early. I went to bed. And that was all that happened. I woke up in the morning and I went about things as normal. I didn't know anything was wrong.
Now, you say you left. Where were you having this party?
It was in the boys' cabin.
Ramon
and Roman, yeah.
Ray Romano's.
It's not
Ray
that
Romano's
hard.
Cabin? Raymond and Ramon's cabin.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You can call them Ray
I don't
and...
know why that was so hard.
You can call them Ray and Ro if you like.
They're two very simple names.
Yeah, it's not even a tongue twister.
Rayro's cabin.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were in Rayro's
Makes
cabin.
them sound like a couple. That's hilarious.
You were in Rayro's cabin having a party. And you said you left, I'm assuming, before.
Yeah.
Was everyone still there when you left?
Well, yeah. I mean...
Who is everyone in this case?
So that's the boys, me, Vicky, Winnie, and Chelsea. All of the kids were there.
And when you left, all the other 5 were still there, partying away?
Yeah, I mean, Ramon came out for a bit afterwards, but he went back in.
Do you know what he was doing?
Oh, he came out to follow me.
Oh, so he left as you were leaving?
Yeah, I left and he came chasing after me and...
Why was he chasing after you?
Look, it's all really embarrassing. He, in the Truth or Dare game that we were playing, he dared me to kiss him.
And that's when you left?
I mean, kinda, yeah. It was a bit of drama, and I left. And he came chasing after just to see if he could make it work. He's a little bit desperate. And I said no. He gave up. He went back.
And that's the last you saw of everybody that evening?
Yeah.
Interesting. And so you got home.
Home?
Cabin.
Yeah,
I
went straight to the cabin.
You went back to your cabin home.
Uh-huh.
And went straight to sleep?
Yeah.
Nothing woke you up in the middle of the night?
No, not a thing, right?
You didn't hear Vicky arrive?
No, not at all. Like, I'm a log. Like, it seems crazy. It must have been someone who really knew what they were doing, right?
I mean, that seems to be true if they didn't wake you up.
Yeah.
I turn to the audience. And if Izzy's not lying to me, I turn back to Izzy. Okay, so Izzy left this... no, wait. I turn back to the audience. Away from Izzy.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Izzy left this party because of a creep creeping around. The creep crept after her, and she was like, creep away. She's gone back to bed and then apparently didn't wake up. I just don't believe that. Even if Victoria had been like killed somewhere else and then quietly pulled back into this room, even that I feel would wake you up. Someone opening the door, heading inside, like that's wild to me. So I just can't believe this. If there was a corpse in the room, hold on. I turn back to Izzy. Izzy?
Yeah?
When you left in the morning, did you see Victoria's body?
Oh, well, I didn't...
I'm so sorry. Did you see someone in the bed?
I mean, yeah. She was... I thought she was still asleep.
Does she usually sleep in late?
No, I guess not. But, I mean, she doesn't bother setting her own alarm or anything. She just wakes up when she wants to wake up. It just usually happens when I'm getting ready. She's never late, but she does think that the world revolves around her, so it wasn't really a surprise.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I wasn't going to wake her.
Well, why not? Do you get along with Vicky?
Oh, Vicky is, she's great in her own upfront sort of way.
That doesn't sound like you liked Vicky too much.
She is a person who knows her own mind. I'm sorry, I've really been taught to say nice things about people.
You don't want to speak ill of the dead?
I try not to speak ill of anyone normally.
That's fair.
But she was a strong, big personality. And you don't want to be on the other end of that.
Have you ever been on the other end of that?
I mean, a little, and she's in bad moods and stuff. Like, sure, who hasn't?
Well, what about Maggie? Do you think Maggie's been on the receiving end of that temper?
Oh, for sure. Oh, man. Okay, so we tried to do this party thing on the first night, a welcome to camp, have a bit of fun and games thing, and Maggie trashed it. Oh, it was the worst. And yeah, none of us was happy about it. She came in, she confiscated all of our stuff, and yeah, Vicky took it particularly personally, I think. I don't think she's used to being told no.
You say Maggie confiscated all of your stuff?
Yeah.
Where did you get the stuff for a party again? You just had more non-confiscated stuff, or did you have more smuggled in?
No. Look, I was told I was told don't ask, don't tell about this, but I'm pretty sure that some of the others nicked it back.
Interesting. You think they broke into the councillor's cabin? Is that where she had kept your confiscated alcoholics?
Well, it was drinks. Maybe. Would you do that? I kind of assumed they'd keep it in the fridge.
Do you know who stole them back? This is an important. A girl has died here, Izzy. You don't need to. I'm not gonna be like arresting kids for stealing back alcohol.
It was. Look, I'm pretty sure it was Ramon, but he may have just been trying to take the credit for it to make himself seem cooler.
Interesting. Allow me to add this to my notes. All right. Let's just out of the scene again. Sorry, everybody, for that disgusting sound. I'm just trying to keep my head up to date with what's going on. They were at a party. Izzy left. Ray chased her and then went back. She got home and went to sleep, ostensibly. Didn't get woken up by a dead girl. Saw her in the morning. Now, that was interesting, the saw her in the morning part. Because I was suddenly wondering, it could be that the reason she didn't get woken up overnight is that the body hadn't been there at all overnight. That Maggie, in finding the body, had also placed the body. But Izzy did see it on the way out, so that is not where it's going to be. Unless, of course, there is also that slight thing of when Maggie found the body, it was facing away, so she couldn't see its face until she turned. There's still a chance that maybe a different body had been there, but that'd be wild. That'd be two dead girls. Or maybe it was that owl. Maybe there's a dead owl in the bed. But the fact that she thought Vicky was still sleeping means I still don't know when Vicky would have died. So I probably at some point need to talk to these other kids to find out if they know when Vicky left the party. Izzy, were you not worried that your party would get cancelled again? Seems pretty. Surely the punishment would have been even more harsh for a follow-up party.
Vicky said that she'd taken care of that. She'd complained to Harriet. I don't know how well you know Harriet, but she wants to keep us happy. She makes us fill out, little happy survey forms every day. And then I think she sends them to our parents afterwards to show what a good time we had. Maybe she takes photos of them and puts them on the website, things like that. She really wants us happy. So after that whole thing with Maggie, I'm pretty sure that nothing was going to happen. This was one of Maggie's nights to be on duty.
All right, so this was part of the plan. It was a deliberate attempt to get Maggie to not.
It wasn't my plan.
No,
don't get me wrong, but yeah.
It was the plan.
It was just the plan to get her off our backs for a while.
Interesting. Now, Izzy, how did everybody else seem that evening? Does anyone have it seems like you have a few issues with Vicky. Do you know if any of the other kids have a major problem with her?
Look, none of us loves each other. Yeah, I think that some of the other people would have the same sort of problems, but, we deal with it. We don't kill each other over someone being kind of annoying.
Oh, of course not. That would be ridiculous. But it still stands, the girl is dead. Someone killed her over something.
I just don't think it was one of us.
Do you think it was anybody else? Do you think a counsellor would do it, or Harriet?
No, not the counsellors. They're great, but it feels like it's got to be a grown-up thing, right?
I'm not sure.
That's wild. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
You may have
with
been
something like that.
You may have been at a party with a murderer last night.
No,
the murderer may be in this very camp right now.
There's just no way. That's ridiculous.
Interesting. So clearly, Izzy, Ray has a bit of a crush on you.
Oh, me, Winnie, Chelsea, whoever he wants at the time.
Vicky?
Sure, probably. That's just him. He's desperate.
Sure. you shared a cabin with Vicky.
Mm-hmm.
Did she say anything that was strange yesterday? Did she say anything that made you think, well, that's a murder waiting to happen here?
Ooh.
Ooh?
No way. Look, she did say something in the Truth or Dare, but that wasn't about anyone.
Of course I'm playing bloody Truth or Dare. I should have followed up on Truth or Dare questions.
But that wasn't anything about anyone here.
What was her truth or dare?
Oh.
I'm not assuming.
No, it was a truth. She was asked if she'd ever done anything illegal, if she'd ever broken the law.
Interesting. What did she say?
Because, her dad, he's, one of those police jobs.
Yeah, he has a police job.
Not like one of the, walking the streets policemen, one of the big, high-up federal officey ones.
Yeah, of course, a police job.
And so thought it would be funny. And, of course, she said no. But then she said, oh, wait, does withholding evidence count?
Interesting.
And she said because she thought she had seen a teacher commit a crime.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I wonder.
But like a teacher at school, not someone who's here.
Yeah. I say, turning to the audience, but I wonder. Do you reckon Vicky's got some blackmail stuff going on? Withholding evidence to use it for blackmail, is that maybe? Is the whole like high rope scores thing not how she took care of it, but does she have something on Maggie? Does she have some blackmail on somebody? Is she withholding evidence of a terrible crime? Oh, okay, withholding evidence of a teacher. So this seemed to be a teacher who was an old school teacher, of not someone at this camp.
Oh, she didn't say, but yeah, she said it was at school.
Interesting. And did she say it was a teacher?
I thought she did. Oh. Yeah. No. Yes? Oh, man.
Maybe you've made an ass out of you and me.
Wait, I'm sure she said it was a teacher. Maybe she said it was more than one? No, I don't.
What is Vicky's blackmail thing?
Can't remember.
Oh, okay. I wonder if I can find out what school she went to and see if there's any link. I feel like I want to take like a step back from talking to people and do some like research. I want to like find out where Vicky went to school and whether like any of the people who are now at the camp have some connection to that. Like, one of the teachers at her school was, Angela Twampus, and Maggie is called Maggie Twampus. And it's like, oh my God, connections. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for, but I don't know if I have the capacity to just do background checks on everybody.
I have not done a thorough background write-up of Vicky's school.
Okay. That's interesting. Maybe I need to talk to some of the other kids about this party. I'm going to talk to Ramon, I think. I've got a few things to talk to Ramon about.
Okay.
Thank you, Izzy, for talking with me. I'll have more questions for you later.
No, that's okay. Just, I really hope you get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, of course.
This is heartbreaking.
Yeah, definitely.
And she walks off.
Can I like wait until the evening when she goes to bed and then just try and open the door of the cabin and see if she wakes up? Find out how sound asleep she is.
Sure.
I don't want to do that. But maybe I will if I get completely stuck. That's just so. While I ask her to get me Ramon, but while she's doing that,
do I have to?
You don't like Ramon?
What have we been talking about?
So you didn't like Ray?
What?
Wait, what? Ray was the one who wanted to kiss you, right?
Are you saying that you think that Ray is short for Roman?
Okay, hold on. Wait, I take everything back. They're Roman and Ramon.
Yes.
Where Ro is short for Roman.
Yes.
And Ray is short for Raymond.
I assumed so.
Raymond. Okay. Who stole the alcohol? That was Ramon. So it was Ray.
It's all Ramon. We haven't talked about
we haven't
Roman
talked about
all.
Ro at all. Okay, good. All right. Then don't get Ray in here. Don't get Ramon in here.
Oh, okay, good.
Raymond. Don't get Raymond in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get him myself. But before I do, what do I want to find out from Ray? before. I mean, I want to find out about his how they had the party, stealing back the alcohol. That's interesting. And yeah, know just more about the night, the truth or dare, the people leaving. If he may know then when Vicky left. That's the stuff I got to find out. I need the timeline of this party. So maybe I shouldn't call in. Maybe he's got too much. Like maybe he's too. Nah, screw it. Let's call in Ray. Let's call in Ray. All right. I'm going to call in Ramon.
Cool.
Cue the Ramon music.
Ramon walks in. He's wearing the very teen stylish. He's wearing jeans, t-shirt with a blazer over it.
Okay.
Not particularly like medium level of camp appropriate. The blazer is obviously a silly affectation, but he clearly knew that he wasn't going to be doing much sport today.
Oh, because he did the murder, so he knew the sport would be cancelled. So that's what you're saying to me. Is blazer over shirt teen cool or just like 2000s cool?
Fair.
From when we were teens. Is teen cool nowadays?
Point. I
a different type of cool.
Yeah.
Are all the teens listening to this going like, teen cool blazer over shirt? Don't you mean long sleeve shirt?
Double blazer on each leg
over a blazer. Oh no. You get really little blazers and giant t-shirts and you wear your shirt over the blazer.
Oh dear. That's like shoulder pads to the
Teens,
max.
is that the cool stuff you're wearing now? Tweet at me to say whether or not you wear a long sleeve shirt over your blazers.
I think you mean tweed at me.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. No, why would I mean that? What are we even talking about?
Blazers are made of tweed, right?
No, they're not. Tweed jackets are made of tweed.
Yeah, that's a blazer.
So tweet at me whether or not you wear long sleeve shirts over your blazers and if that is currently teen cool. Or should I say tweed cool?
Don't bother. None of this is making the episode, so don't bother tweeting at him.
You do not know me. Okay, so I've got this cool teen. I say, Ramon, or should I call you Ray?
Oh, yeah, please. I haven't heard. Only my parents called me that when I was younger, but I like it. That's cool.
Wait, Ray or Ramon?
Ray.
Doesn't everyone here call you Ray?
No. You just started doing that.
Oh, I just started this trend.
Yeah.
Okay. I have made it more confusing deliberately. I swear that was something that the kids said.
Sorry.
I swear in the first episode you told me that they're in your notes is like Ray and Ro.
I may have said that to make it easier on you.
It made it so much harder. All right, I'll stick with Ramon.
Sure.
Ramon.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about this party that you had last night?
Oh, last night's one.
You know what? No, start with the first party.
All right. So the first party, look, it didn't really get very far. We played a little bit of beer handball. And then...
Is that where you cover your hands in beer and then play ball?
No. What?
Beer handball?
No. Okay. So do you know what handball is, first of all?
Did
they have that when you were younger?
You're talking like classic schoolyard handball that maybe I think Americans might call foursquare?
Oh, okay.
Where you reach in a square and you bounce the ball at each other.
Yeah, except of course, we were indoors. It was 2-player only.
Sure.
So we couldn't fit that sort of thing.
You're playing 2 square.
Sure. So made up a line out of one of my belts and we just hit the ball back and forth. And if you lost, blah. We didn't have any cups, so we couldn't play beer pong or anything like that.
And how does the beer get brought into beer handball? Just that you're drinking when you do it?
You drink if you lose.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then we're going to start doing spin the bottle, my favorite.
Shut up, you creep.
And then we got busted in on, so we never actually got anywhere.
Okay, and who busted in on you?
Maggie.
Bloody Maggie, right? Gosh.
I mean.
Interesting. And they took all your alcohol away?
Yeah.
How is it you had another party 2 days later?
Okay, so we found out where they were keeping it.
Where were they keeping it?
They were keeping it in the fridge in the kitchen.
Okay, kitchen fridge, sure.
Yeah. I thought you weren't supposed to do that with wine, but what do I know? It still tasted good. Chelsea and I, we raided it on Tuesday.
And nobody caught you?
No, we were really good at it.
How did you find out where the alcohol was?
Izzy told us.
Izzy told you?
Yeah, apparently she'd overheard it. She'd heard them talking or something.
Izzy didn't tell me that last time, a second ago. Oh, Izzy. Izzy! Okay, Izzy told you. Interesting.
Yeah. Weren't you just talking to her? She didn't say anything?
No, she said you stole the alcohol.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me that she was the one who told you where it was.
Oh, weird.
No, it means she's the murderer. I found an Look, we've been doing a special bonus show for our Patreons called 2-Minute Mysteries, and I've discovered one thing about solving mysteries, which is if anybody ever tells a lie about anything, no matter how innocuous, they are the killer. So I've solved it. Thank you, Ramon. You can head home, bring Izzy in some handcuffs, and I'll lock her up and we're all done. Thanks. Oh, sorry.
Look, Izzy's harmless. Like, a bit pathetic sometimes. She's harmless.
Why would you say she's pathetic?
She tries a bit hard sometimes. She wants to be as cool as the Vickies of the world.
You think Vicky's cool?
I mean, that's like everything about her is trying to be the cool person.
She's never been too abrasive, Vicky?
Oh.
She's never
Being abrasive is part of being the cool person.
Teen cool. Interesting.
Shows that you don't have to care too much what everybody thinks of you.
Yeah, okay,
Like you get to pick and choose who you like.
Yeah, all right, sure. All right, so then you had another party after you'd raided.
Right, last night's. What do you want to know? What games we played again?
Yeah, I heard you were playing some Truth or Dare.
Oh, yeah. It went great.
No interesting truths revealed?
Oh, I mean, I can't remember much. I left a little bit early, so I'm sure I missed some stuff. Maybe I'm not the best person to ask.
You left early?
Yeah.
You followed Izzy when she left?
Oh, yeah, she left all teary-eyed, and I thought I should be the one to go and see if she was okay and console her.
Do you know why she left?
It was sad, really. She was given a dare, she had to kiss someone, and she said no.
And who was that someone?
It was me. Like, neither here nor there.
Who dared her?
Neither here nor there.
Oh, interesting.
But she said no. She said she already had a boyfriend.
Oh. She didn't tell me that either. Izzy?
Well, I mean, that's no mystery about why she didn't tell you that.
Because you think he's from Canada?
100%. As we say here, he's from New Zealand.
Oh, where is this set? In Australia?
I haven't spoken with any accent, so I assumed Australia. Yeah, like 100%. She was, again, trying to give herself an air of cool mystery. Because none of the other girls have boyfriends, so wouldn't that put her a step above?
All right.
We know how this works.
You and me, we know how this works, don't we? He says, pulling out a cigar. So you followed her after she left. She went straight to her cabin?
Well, she didn't get that far. She was just walking towards her cabin.
And you stopped her?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I wanted to make sure that she was fine, that everything was okay, because when people started saying that they didn't believe her, she was super upset that she'd been caught out.
Ah, do you think that's why she was upset?
Oh, yeah.
Not your creepy dumb face.
Huh?
Oh, no, sorry, go on. And you weren't able to... You caught up and spoke with her?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I just tried to, make her understand that lying about these things wasn't really the way to go, and she tried to double down on it. She said some things she didn't mean. And then she stormed off, so I went back. I hung around outside the cabin for a little bit before going back in to...
Make it seem like you weren't immediately rejected by a person for being a butt.
That and the redness needed to go down on my cheek.
The redness on your... Oh, from the slap.
Yeah.
I was like, red wrists, red cheek. Someone's asphyxiating you. She has hands that turn people red, and she's the murderer.
So that's why I say I missed a bit of the Truth or Dare game, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask about it.
That's fine. And when you went back in, everyone was still there?
Yeah. I mean, I kicked him out not long after. It was our cabin after all. I was getting tired.
Oh, wonderful. So you kicked everybody out at the same time. The rest of the group all left?
Well, not Roman.
Obviously not. Not good old Ro.
Right.
Was there any reason you ended the party when you did? Did anything happen?
No, nothing extreme, like I said. I was just tired.
Okay. Interesting.
You know what it was? Maybe the hangover was starting.
I'm such a cool
Yeah,
teen.
it was starting to kick in.
Such a cool teen. All right. So you saw Vicky leave. Did she leave by herself? Did anyone walk out with her? They all left at once.
Mm-hmm.
Did anything seem strange with her when she left or with anybody else?
No, everyone seemed like they were acting totally normal. Like, I didn't see anything suspicious.
Interesting. And did you watch people when they left? Were you a conscientious host making sure they got back to their cabin safely, or did you just kick them out and close the door?
No, I mean, of course. Like, these are young women. They need chaperones. I mean, I didn't chaperone them all the way to their cabins. That would have been pandering. But you have to keep an eye out, right, as they walk away.
And did you see Vicky head into her cabin? It's only one cabin over from yours. Did you see her go inside?
Yeah, absolutely.
By herself?
Yeah. Why?
Because she's dead, Ramon.
No, why is that interesting?
Oh, it's not, I suppose, except Izzy said that she went straight to sleep and wasn't woken up all night.
Okay.
I figure Vicky coming back in may have woken her up. And if she was alone, then when did she get murdered? Ramon, after you went to bed, after everyone had left and gone back to their cabins, did you hear anything else strange throughout the night?
Oh, man, I mean, the noises that Roman was making was a little bit funny when he went to hide the bottles.
Oh, Roman left afterwards.
I mean, he didn't go far. He just went around the back of the cabin to bury them.
Interesting. Buried the bottles round the back.
Yeah. You know, it was still raining. There was lots of mud. He came back in. He was a total mess.
Interesting. Was he gone long? Just enough to bury bottles?
Yeah.
Did anything seem off about Roman? Did he seem like he was in a bad mood after the party? Obviously, you weren't there for a lot of it while they were playing Truth and Dare. Did it seem like anything could have...
It's Truth or Dare, sir.
Truth or Dare.
No, you know what? He seemed fine for himself. He actually played, believe it or not. Oh, you haven't spoken to him yet,
no,
right?
He's usually a bit...
He's one of the roll your eyes people.
Sure. Too cool for playing Truth or Dare.
But you know what? He got into it. He had a few drinks, and he was even like playing with the empty bottles when he went to bury them.
What was he doing with the empty bottles?
Musical instrumenting with them and that sort of thing.
Oh, playing the bottles?
Yeah, like when someone plays them like a flute or whatever.
Yeah, hold on. That'd be like a Trenton. I'm now talking to the audience.
Okay.
Trenton. What? I have to go back to Trenton because Trenton was on a walk and he was talking about hearing an owl and doing all that and looking for that. Could that have been the bottle sounds?
Ah.
Sound of someone playing a bottle?
Which would suggest he was actually kind of...
He was not out in the middle of nowhere. He was nearby. If the owl that he heard, if the immediate thought that jumped to his head was, I heard an owl, would have been this bottle-playing Roman, maybe Trenton was more involved than he first pretended that he was. Solve This Murder is created by Bill Sunderland and Dani Siller as part of our network, Consume This Media. To find out more about this show and other shows that we do, head to consumethismedia.com. For questions, queries and theories, you can send us an email at solvethismurderpod@gmail.com. Thank you to Jared, Devon and Whit from Advanced Sagebrush and Shootouts for creating our theme music, and thank you for listening.